The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Forward. Hey, hey. Ready. Ready, shot.
They'll start here with Jackson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Go. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
They run on first down with Jackson. Down to about the 45. The Ravens hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 7. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. A gain of 22.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Throw caught by Flowers. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Report.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Oh, design run for their wideout. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Dropped back at the 15-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal of 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Here's Ritter. He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ritter. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at this Steeler defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. You've got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Go. Middle.
Jackson now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Toss play to Jackson. And some room to maneuver. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll run again with Jackson. And this time the yard's this won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 3.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Hey, Alpha, what? No, we changed it.
Cooper will go in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Tucker's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So that, a good kick. We haven't talked about it much, but the wind is prevalent, and he drove that right into the wind.
Yeah, and don't forget the wind can swirl down there too, so being able to read it, how it's coming, left to right to left, and to be able to execute that kick, that's pretty darn strong right there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Ritter will set up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
But that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Ritter. too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On the handoff, it's DiMercado. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. That one into the hands of Flowers. And they work this right upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now a give, it's Jackson. They'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll get this to DiMercado. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On the give, here comes, and he loses the football a second time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Ready? Let's go, let's go.
Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Jackson, option right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Deion Jackson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Ready?
Ritter off the play fake.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Ritter.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, here's Ritter.
This one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Fight, 97.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Striker, 3-3. Red, cycle. Ready?
Ritter back to throw.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact.
10 cycles.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. Touchdown! George Pickens.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 13-7.
Steelers 7. First
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Jackson throwing once more. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he Gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10.
Ready.
Again, it's Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to line up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on.
Ready.
Ritter now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Come on.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Ready up. Ultra. Ultra. Ready?
They'll run here with Hubbard.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hubbard again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2.
Ravens 16, Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And, Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, report! Report!
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch gets him 15 and a first down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll find Bateman once more. A strong running. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
The give is to DeMercado. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a three-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yellow. Ready?
Ritter with it after the play fake. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Ready.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
52. Opposite. 3. 10.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Blaster. Ready.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go.
2nd and 1 from the 2.
Ready.
Ritter going to keep it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Cut.
Ritter. And he's going to go down. Safe back at the 13-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell, from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run again with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here we go. Shot, 17.
A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
22 needle. Set.
Here's Ritter.
hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Ritter will set up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force fourth down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're looking at fourth down now in this tie ball game.
A 49-yard attempt.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. Rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Young. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Come on, 38.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, Red!
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hubbard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Ready?
They'll look to run with Hubbard. Well, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go.
Check 2. Eagle blue. Black shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson to throw. And that's incomplete. The clock stops with 10 seconds left. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete.
over.